I said, yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw Talk with Southpaw Slick. And today's video is going to be based on one of the takes new uploads where they were talking about femcels. So today's video is not a question, just something I wanted to talk about. I guess you can call it a response to some extent, but I'm just talking about femcels, quotation, in general. Now, when I was watching the video, oh yeah, you guys should subscribe to that channel anyway. I'm going to link the video down in the description, of course. There was something that really stood out to me. And one of the lines in that video was, femcels can acknowledge that incels exist, but not the other way around. Incels don't acknowledge femcels. And there's a reason for that. You know what the reason is? Because femcels don't exist. I know that's something that's hard to believe. Obviously, they don't believe that because they wouldn't have made that video, right? But the problem with that is they act like it's the equivalent of incel to a T when it's not. If a woman is a femcel, it's because she's extremely picky. A man who was an incel legitimately can't get somebody to mess with them unless they pay for it. And that's why I said that prostitution should be legalized for guys like that. And just in general, like I said, just for men who don't want to play the game. But I'm saying that's the only way they'll probably get laid, unless they work on their social skills, because that's also something that holds them back from getting a woman. I'm saying you're not interacting with people, you're not going to build up those social skills. If you lock yourself in the fucking basement all day, of course you're not going to be able to talk to women because you don't have the know-how or the expertise to do so. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, femcels don't exist, not in the same manner as a incel. If anything, you can say they're TFLers. Now, TFLers can be either man or woman. For people that never heard that term, even though it's been around for years, even before like red pill manosphere content took off, a TFLer is somebody, well, for one, TFL stands for True Force Loneliness. And a TFLer is somebody that's not just looking for sex. They're looking for somebody to connect with on a deeper level. They're looking for a meaningful long-term relationship. Now, with that being said, that sounds more fitting to women who consider themselves femcels. Now, one thing incels and femcels do have in common is that they blame the other gender for their lack of ability to get someone. That's where they share, some commonality. Okay? Incels, they become more misogynistic. Femcels, they become misandrous, right? That's pretty much the only similarity I see. Outside of that, there is no similarities. The things that keep a man from getting a woman doesn't apply to femcels. The only thing that can override a man's flaws usually is money. Or if they have some kind of, monetary value. Anything with monetary value. That can override their shortcomings. Okay? Me, myself, as you can see, like I said before, that's why I wear a hat most of the time. Because I'm self-conscious about this fucking bump on my forehead that drives me crazy. But at the same time, I'm not afraid to show my flaws. And I'm also confident in myself enough for a woman to overlook that. No, I'm not big-headed or conceited, but I'm not an ugly guy, right? I wouldn't say I'm above average. I'm average looking, right? For the most part. But I'm not ugly. Along with the fact that I do have social skills. Now, of course, there's guys that have way more game than I'll ever have, right? But still, I'm good enough to be able to get a mate. Even though I'm also an advocate for paying for sex. But like I said, don't do that unless you do it the old-fashioned way. Like I said, cold approaching, actually going up to a woman and speaking to her, that is the way to do it. I'm saying you want to do that first and get good at it before you go to that side. Unless you really are that socially inept that you have to resort to that. But anyway, like I was saying, the same things don't apply. If, for example, height, for example. If a man is short, even if he's attractive, even if he has money, even if he is able to socialize, women will use his height against him. If a dude is 5'4", he's going to have trouble in the dating scene. And the funny thing about that is that applies to both tall and short women. You hear a woman that's 5 feet and a woman that's 5'10" say the same thing. They want a guy that's 6 feet and above. I'm 5 feet, but I want a guy that's 6'3". I'm 5'10", but I want a guy that's 6'5". You see what I mean? It is on both sides. So a man is going to get X'd out because of his height. Now, let's look at it the other way around. The majority of men, I've noticed, the majority of men don't care about height. Whether the woman is shorter than him or taller than him. Most men will overlook that. Why? Because most men have a scarcity mindset. Along with the fact you still have a vagina between your legs. So a man is going to overlook the fact that you're taller than him or shorter than him. Me, myself, I'm not a fan of tall. Like I said, 5'9" is probably the tallest I can do as far as somebody I'm going to be with long term. I can't be with a woman that's like, me, I'm 5'11", right? Or 11 and a half if you want to be technical. I said, I can't be with a woman that's fucking 6'3". You know what I mean? That's not happening. It's funny that I brought that up because Angel Reese, for example, you know, the one that has been getting flack for doing the "You Can't See Me" to the Iowa white chick. The Iowa white chick, that's it. Because she was doing the same thing to everybody else. So basically it was payback, you know? And yes, she got the ring and everything. Cool. Now, Angel Reese. Yeah, she's taller than what I go for. Smaller than what I go for, which makes sense. She's an athlete. She has an athletic build. However, I think she has a cute face. And she's feminine too. Because a lot of female basketball players, they're not feminine. They're not to say all of them. I'm saying like Lisa Leslie, right? You know what I'm saying? She wasn't masculine to me. And then the majority of them, they're more like Brittany Griner. You know, like I said, lesbian, definitely. You know, now, Angel Reese, for example, yes, I wouldn't date her long term because of her height. But more than likely, I probably would clap them cheeks because I think she's cute and she still has a vagina. That's what I'm talking about. As far as getting sex, most women have no problem in that department. Like I brought up previously when I did the video about incels and femcels, like when I was first doing vlogs in the other building with Charlie. Women, their flaws aren't going to be used against them. Like the video that I saw around that time with the woman with no legs. She had a pretty attractive face. She had a nice little butt, but she had no legs. And men in the comments, like damn near all the comments. Oh, I'll still hit that. Oh, I'll hit that. I'll take her down. Oh yeah, I'll bend that ass over. I'm seeing so many of them. So many. If I can find that video, I'll link that in the description as well. Right? Including myself. I'm like, yeah, she ain't got no legs, but I said, that butt looking kind of nice. You know what I mean? And then she twerking too. I'm like, yeah, I think I might take her down too. Exactly my point. And that goes for both men who are incels and who aren't. Like I said, as a man, she still has a vagina. So that's good enough. As far as just having sex with them. Of course, that's not somebody you would want to be with, but you'll definitely have sex with them. Another one, which if I find her, matter of fact, I think I found her on Instagram. I'm going to put her Instagram page in the description. It was a chick you guys probably seen. She had no teeth. Like her top 6 teeth are completely gone. Right? But she had a cute face and she had a nice little, thin, slick body, right? Had a nice little shape on her. Same thing. Oh, I'll hit that. Oh, I'll help her get her teeth fixed. That ain't nothing but a trip to the dentist. So we can fix that. Now let it be a guy. Let's say it was a guy who was attractive. If he had no teeth, most women are going to turn him down. How many women you see say that teeth is a major thing? I see it very often. Matter of fact, on Kendra G, I guarantee you 8 times out of 10, when it comes to requirements or prerequisites, women are going to bring teeth up. I promise you. So that is, and now I think about it, I never heard a man say anything about teeth. And they, she must have an amazing head game. All gums, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Most dudes can overlook that. That's why I said it doesn't matter if a woman is tall or short. It doesn't matter if she has no teeth. It doesn't matter if she's handicapped. It doesn't matter if she has missing limbs. It doesn't matter if she has any mental disorder. None of that matters when it comes to just sex. Now with women, they want more than that. They want a relationship. That's where the problem arises. And when I said that femcels, if anything, they're more picky. That's why they can't get a mate. They want to have sex with the guy they truly desire. They don't want to have sex with any old guy. Because just like with regular women who aren't femcels, quote unquote, they want the top 10, 20%. The bottom 60 to 80% are non-existent. They're invisible. They're undesirable. That's where the issue lies. I'm saying that's where a woman has trouble. And that's what a femcel is, if anything. A femcel is a TFLer. Now, they probably don't know this term because, like I said, that's mostly like a manosphere thing. Even though they swear up and down they know everything about the manosphere. Like I said, they're TFLers. They want to have sex, yes, but they want more than. They already know the guy that they truly desire doesn't want to be with them. But they can easily find 50 other men that will sleep with them with no problem. That's why I said that's where the problem lies. Is being able to get a relationship. So that's why I said that femcels really don't exist. When you say incel, it's usually sex-based, right? It's all about getting laid. I can't get laid. Like fucking Christian or Alex Manassian or Elliot Rodger. Now, Elliot Rodger is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Yes, people label him an incel, but in actuality, he's a TFLer. Same thing with Kent Jones or Kent TV, who was around YouTube like in the late 2000s, early 2010s. You guys probably seen him, maybe not. But he was a TFLer. His main thing was getting a girlfriend. I want somebody to love me. Elliot Rodger was the same way, except he had an entitlement and God complex. Like, oh, I'll drive a Benz. I'll wear these Cartier glasses. These women are supposed to worship the ground I walk on. They're supposed to love me. Why is she loving that guy over there? That beautiful blonde hair chick. He was obsessed with blonde hair women. I said, why is that blonde hair chick with that big old jock? She's supposed to be with me. See, he had an entitlement complex, which made him look feminine. Right? And that made him less attractive. Because the thing is, not on no gay shit, but Elliot Rodger wasn't a bad looking dude. Right? But he was entitled. He was crazy, and he was short too. Like I said, that's going to be used against you every time. But before I close this video out, since break's about to be over, I'm going to reiterate. The same stuff or flaws that men have don't apply to women. The things that make men unattractive, sexually, strictly sexually, doesn't apply to women. Women can get sex, period, with minimal effort. They don't even have to put in any effort. They just gotta breathe. And they'll have no problem getting laid. That's why I said femcels don't exist. So from here on out, for women that want more than from the guy they truly desire, not just any old body, refer to yourself as a TFLer. Let's not misconstrue the two. But break's about to be over. Southpaw Slick, I'm out.